이 새끼 눈깔에 힘준 거 봐라 이 뒤질려.
있어? 어?
The opening scene introduces Lee Myung-hoon, a man casually enjoying a drink at a modest shop owned by an elderly woman. After finishing his drink, he begins his journey back to North Korea, only to be confronted by a squad of South Korean policemen who immediately pursue him. Despite the abrupt encounter, Lee Myung-hoon remains calm and opts to surrender without resistance. However, when he reaches into his pocket, the officers grow suspicious, and before he has a chance to explain, they open fire, killing him in a devastating moment of misjudgment and distrust. The scene then transitions to the Yodok labor prison camp, where we meet Lee Myung-hoon's son, Ri Myung-hoon, and his daughter, Ri Hye-in, who was deliberately imprisoned as leverage against their father. It is revealed that Lee Myung-hoon was a North Korean intelligence operative on a clandestine mission in Seoul. His superior, Colonel Moon Sang-chol, calls upon the 18-year-old Myung-hoon and offers him and his sister freedom, but only if he follows in his father's footsteps and becomes an intelligence agent. 2 years later, in Seoul, a North Korean agent known as Big Dipper, operating under Unit 35, is seen systematically eliminating sleeper agents from Unit 8, as conflicting government factions vie for control. Meanwhile, Myung-hoon arrives in Seoul to undertake his mission under the alias Kang Dae-ho. He is soon adopted by a couple who, unbeknownst to others, are also undercover North Korean spies. To maintain his cover, Dae-ho enrolls in high school as an ordinary student. On his first day, he introduces himself before the class and ends up seated beside an unassuming girl named Lee Hye-in. During a break, a group of bullies approach Dae-ho and Lee, intending to torment them. One of the bullies places a hand on Dae-ho's shoulder, but he effortlessly brushes it off. Later, the bullies take Dae-ho to the school rooftop, assault him, and steal his money. Despite this, Dae-ho refrains from retaliating, unwilling to cause an unnecessary commotion. However, when they seize his family photo and mock his sister, his anger flares. He swiftly retrieves the photo and pockets it. Just as another confrontation is about to erupt, a teacher arrives and disperses the group. Later that day, Dae-ho receives a package containing a mobile phone. Upon activating it, he gets a call from Colonel Moon, instructing him to acquire necessary equipment and eliminate Big Dipper. Following orders, he visits a bakery where he receives a cake concealing a firearm. He then gathers intelligence on Big Dipper's whereabouts, leading him to a boxing gym. When a man refuses to disclose the information, Dae-ho shoots him in the leg, forcing him to reveal that a butcher has seen Big Dipper. The injured man attempts to attack, leaving Dae-ho with no choice but to kill him. Dae-ho then confronts the butcher, holding him at gunpoint to extract Big Dipper's license plate number. As he prepares to leave, the butcher suddenly tries to strike, compelling Dae-ho to eliminate him as well. The next day, he spots Big Dipper's car and follows him on a Ducati. When the car halts at a red light, Dae-ho takes aim, but Big Dipper notices and speeds off. Dae-ho fires repeatedly, hitting a tire and causing the car to skid off course, attracting public attention, which prevents him from finishing the job. One day at school, the bullies corner Lee Hye-in in a room, steal her money, and begin tormenting her. When she resists, her shirt gets torn. Just then, Dae-ho arrives and, believing she's in danger, swiftly takes down the bullies. After subduing them, he gives Lee his blazer. The next day, she is absent from school, worrying Dae-ho. He inquires about her whereabouts from her tormentors, and out of fear, the leader reveals her workplace. After school, Dae-ho visits the place only to find that she has quit both her job and school. The next evening, Lee unexpectedly approaches Dae-ho, now sporting a new haircut. She returns his blazer and asks a favor. She wants him to pretend to be her older brother to secure a new job. Dae-ho agrees, and as they walk, they share personal stories. Lee confesses that she has been living alone since her parents' deaths and longs to escape to a place where no one knows her. Hearing this, Dae-ho feels sympathy for her. Elsewhere, Big Dipper uncovers Dae-ho's and his adoptive parents' true identities. He storms their residence, executes the couple, and loots their valuables before waiting for Dae-ho. Upon returning home, Dae-ho is devastated to find their lifeless bodies. As he steps into the living room, Big Dipper taunts him, leading to an intense battle. The two, both highly skilled, engage in a fierce fight. Eventually, Dae-ho triumphs, killing Big Dipper. He then triggers a gas leak, igniting a massive explosion to destroy all evidence. Believing his mission completed, Dae-ho visits the elderly woman's shop from the opening scene, where North Korean agents check in before returning home. Just before she can serve him a drink, he collapses. The next day, South Korean intelligence agent Myung-min investigates the burned house and finds Dae-ho's school emblem, uncovering his identity as a North Korean spy. Meanwhile, the old woman cares for Dae-ho until he regains consciousness, at which point he shows her a photo of his late parents and sister, revealing his true lineage. That night, he receives another package containing a phone. Colonel Moon assigns him one last mission, retrieving the stolen diamonds, before allowing him to reunite with his sister. To prove she's alive, the colonel sends a brief video. The next day, Dae-ho retrieves the diamonds and, knowing his return to North Korea is imminent, buys a farewell gift for the old woman. However, the agent meant to arrange his escape betrays and stabs him. Dae-ho barely manages to kill him. Meanwhile, South Korean authorities apprehend the remaining spies. Dae-ho returns to the old woman's shop, only to find it surrounded by police. As she resists arrest, she is fatally shot. Heartbroken, Dae-ho flees and seeks refuge at Lee's home. She treats his wounds, and despite learning his true identity from the news, chooses not to report him. The next morning, intelligence agent Myung-min approaches her but she feigns ignorance. Colonel Moon arrives in Seoul with Ri Hye-in, believing Dae-ho has defected. He contacts Dae-ho, ordering him to exchange the diamonds for his sister. Lee overhears the conversation. The following morning, Dae-ho leaves her a letter, requesting she care for his sister if anything happens to him. Alarmed, she contacts Myung-min. At the meeting spot, Dae-ho sees his sister chained in a car. Before handing over the diamonds, a soldier aims at him, but South Korean police arrive, engaging in a shootout. The colonel escapes while Dae-ho chases the vehicle carrying his sister, only for it to be intercepted by police. The colonel retaliates by kidnapping Lee, threatening to kill her unless he receives the diamonds. Determined, Dae-ho storms the hideout, initiating a deadly battle. Mortally wounded, he detonates a bomb, eliminating most of the colonel's men. As Dae-ho and Lee attempt to flee, the colonel ambushes him. Before the final shot, Myung-min intervenes. Despite warnings, Dae-ho fires, killing the colonel but sustaining fatal injuries. As he is rushed to the hospital, he insists on seeing his sister. Tragically, he dies in Lee's arms before they arrive. In the final scene, Lee fulfills Dae-ho's last wish, taking Ri Hye-in with her, as they walk away, remembering him.
Subscribe for more movie